All right. Hello, Scorpios. All right, Scorpios, this is going to be your second monthly message for the month of July. Check the description. That's where I will link in part one, where I pulled lots of the beautiful oracle messages. Okay. And this one, we digging into the deeper stuff. Okay. Into the shadow stuff, into your roots, bloody roots. Yeah, Sepultura coming through. The music, things get a little bit more hectic, crazy. You should understand, Scorpio. All about the taboo issues in the world, and the roots and ancestry, and what we see going on in our day and age in this timeline. Okay. Once again, I want to recommend for any of you to go to Cults to Consciousness, her channel. There is so much about people being able to speak out and finally having the freedom to speak out. For me, it's always been about basic human rights, right? So there is this big Aquarian energy, right? And seeing the bigger picture of all of it. And we're going to talk about some Islam stuff, potentially. And actually just the monotheistic. So if you jump into this monotheistic beliefs, you will find that they all kind of interlink themselves together in a giant freaking war. That's what I have found looking through it. And as I have tried to dig deeper of where it all began, Abraham, the Torah maybe. So I have only really dove deep into the Bible, okay? In different translations, the Hebrew stuff, and different factions. So I've also realized that, so there's this core thing, all three of them, okay? Judaism, the Muslim Islam, and the Christianity all come from, they're the main trifecta, if you want, of monotheistic beliefs, and it all came from the damn same type of teachings, which is really interesting when you really dig into it. So we're also going to do a little Sagittarian deep diving into these cultural things of religion, other beliefs. And for me, there was something like, I've shared my own upbringing and roots, and so I do talk out against it a lot. Because I do see it, and it's different. They are different, though, but they all have this belief that they are the one true and everyone else is wrong, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And to me, personally, I have not seen much, regarding even, Jewish people. I don't see the violence from them in particular. I see the defense, but and maybe I'm missing certain pieces, so I don't claim to be all knowing either and anything. I'm just another human being living on this planet, trying to deep dive into some of these things and find the same freedom for standing up for people's basic human rights. And sometimes these religions are so controlling and dominating, do not ask questions, do not speak, and there's fear. And it is definitely one of the most extreme, and I've known this since I was very young, so I always felt and I have so much love and compassion for the human being aspect, the humans that are in there, right? And the dogma and the brainwashing, and the hate that is spread, and the flipping the script and the story. So I'm gonna hit, before I go into the tarot, okay, and you're welcome if you want to skip through it. I might timestamp when I do start tarot, but I wanted to start it out this way. The other one, we really hit on a lot of the shamanistic or pagan, polytheistic. Ooh, Greek was coming through too. I really like the Greek. I'm really fascinated by Greece and Greek mythology as well. And what else? Korean, I was like, wow, this is quite and the same thing, there's a lot of love and compassion. I don't know, I've just, from my personal experience with these different ethnicities, okay, and stuff like that. I think it's fascinating, and that's the whole learning about other cultures. So I'm also grateful for, the opportunity for people, especially in America, to have the freedom of speech. I mean, we got hate speech, and threatening to kill people is not okay, clearly. And it should be taken seriously, right? Anyways, a lot of Pantera coming through too. I don't know, little Alice Cooper, the Annihilator. Ooh, I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to keep the peace as I'm speaking about it and not be so heated, but it is something I've been very passionate about since I was younger, and I always ask questions. I can also see the good and the love in it in certain pieces and aspects, but then you see that hidden darkness. It's really fascinating because they all claim to be like, the people of God's people, but they can be very 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 manipulative, narcissistic, controlling, sexist, racist, and unloving at the same time. And I think that for me, from what I've seen in my personal journey and my research, that this Islamic stuff and the honor killings, and then we talk about Abraham, okay, and Sarah in the very beginning, from the beginning of the Bible. I questioned everything, and I was angry about what I was reading. It starts out all lovely. Okay, la 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 la. Genesis, like the whole book of Genesis. And then we just keep going. And the book of Job, just the book of Joshua. They were all to me very disturbing. And so when people talk about feeling like this sense of peace and enlightenment, I'm like, I don't know. Did we not read the same fucking book? I mean, it's just the New Testament. Anyways, the thing that I see with this that I need to express is that they're very hypocritical. They're hypocrites. Like, and then they flip it around, like they're like, oh, well, they had to go in. They were sacrificing their children to the gods and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, wait. In the very beginning, wasn't Abraham tested by God of his faith by offering up his son Isaac? Oh, right. Okay. And then putting an animal in place because that God needed blood. And then we talk about Sarah. And so when I did go to like some Christian churches and some of the hymns, and they're talking about, Abraham is our father and Sarah and da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Ooh, I just can't. And then what Sarah did in the Bible, like what did it say? She's so old and she wants her husband to have a baby, to have an heir to all of his land and property or whatever. And so she says, go lay with the Egyptian slave girl. The slave girl. Yeah. It's all about slaves too. Still in this like archaic book of domination. And so we are supposed to be evolving and breaking free. That's the way I see it. Learning from the history, not repeating it, but we see these little loops of people just running in a circle, never breaking free of it. Because they're also told not to speak, not to research, not to ask questions, not to look outside. Because if you do that, then if you try and leave, and clearly the Islam thing is very much more seriously, because they'll just kill you and your family, and they'll even manipulate you back with fake love that they're going to be understanding, and they do honor killings. I've seen plenty of videos about it, so it's true stories, okay? This isn't some... Anyways, one of her newest, so I bring up the Cults for Consciousness, and one of her newest people that is sharing their story also was really, divulging this and having the freedom to be able to speak, is something that I think is the most important thing, right? For human beings, and making your own choices as well. And I get it, if you truly love your children. This is I feel like 99.9% of parents, mothers, whatever, and grandparents, they truly love their children, and they want to protect them and give them guidance, and be good people and be productive members of society, and enjoy their life, and not have to live in fear and feel like you gotta, I don't know. Anyways, so it is a smaller faction of it. And so I just kind of see, like, with the roots of this, we can go even deeper. I know that we're going deep. Scorpio is the eighth house stuff, into the things that are taboo in this world and how they're interlinked, things that no one wants to talk about. And it has to do with the sex, death, birth, the occult stuff, thinking everything is demonic, trying to flip it around that, oh, they're the ones doing this, when actually they just try and find a way to justify murder. So I guess in that sense, if you know, I almost said the Book of Abraham, which is actually a Mormon doctrine that was totally, they actually had the Egyptian paper that he said he translated. And there's another thing of, when you do the research, you see that that's a lie. So if they continue, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. And this is why also a lot of the times people who've been in very high demand religious things will become atheists, because everything that they thought was a lie. And so it's on a spiritual quest of seeking truth, right? Anyways, I'm like kind of rambling a little bit. Okay, so things were getting kind of hectic. Yeah, there was definitely some, if you go even deeper into, you know, aboriginally, is that's how I pronounce it, and those like headhunter tribes, or even cannibalistic tribes, okay? It goes where they didn't really even understand, I guess, and it was about protecting and surviving. They were in a survival mode and not survive, not thrive. But we all know that those things are wrong. It's not okay. And you got the Chad Daybell and Lori Daybell and the things that happened to Tylee Ryan, and they were eating her. I mean, and that they have Mormon and New Age stuff interlinked in that. So you also, like, think for yourself. That's what they don't want you to think for yourself and ask questions. And that's always what I have also noticed, that the people who do finally leave and then they're thrown out and called an apostate, or, you know, or it's flipped on them that, you know, they just want to go sin, and they've joined the ranks of the devil. See, it always tells you that it's the devil worshippers doing these things that are horrible. But how do they not even recognize that they are actually, everything when you're trying to control with fear and murder, that's the devil. Like, that's what the fucking devil is. And it's so flip-flopped. And so I see a lot of peaceful things. They'll even try and twist fairies into thinking that these are demonic spirits, and that they have malice. And I don't, yeah. If anything, they are angry at human beings who blame them for other human beings' evil in their hearts. They are protectors of nature and of innocence. Yeah. So this is where things always is. They try and it flip to justify their evil deeds. Just so that's the whole thing. I can't follow any of them. I just don't. And so if I wanted to label myself with some type of beliefs, it would definitely be, more of the, and I don't know that I necessarily believe in multiple gods either, the polytheistic. I don't either. But I do believe in the other dimensions. I do believe in the life after death. I believe in reincarnation. Although there was times where I'm like, please, I don't want to come back. And I think that's the whole thing of like evolving through it and trying to find some understanding in this chaotic, messed up world, right? Topsy-turvy world we live in. Okay, let's see. So we have mouse spirit, and I'm jumping into tarot now. Now we're going to see what's so terrible, right? It is the 7th. Oh, no, why I say the 7th? So maybe the 7th is spotlighted for your monthly for July in that Cancerian energy. 7/4 is Independence Day for the people of United States, right? Fireworks going off, things like that. Barbecues, celebrating freedom. From what? So I feel like when this country should be a safe place. So if people are trying to get away from a country that is highly, communist or harmful, extreme religious things where they want to control others, and even in this own country trying to do that with their children, this should be a safe place. So when I hear about them wanting to come in and then spread their dogma and change laws to make this a more, Islam or Muslim country with Sharia law and different things like that, it's like, no, why don't you stay in your country? You stay in your country. Where it is predominant, because that is that's your soul bubble then, if that's your beliefs and that's what you like, and whether you think that is rude or not, I think that's the whole thing where we get so frustrated with immigration and stuff, because you have to decipher, true intent. And there are places already in this country that are becoming that way. And I'm sorry, I'm against any type of animal cruelty and slaughter or human, and same. So, but yes, I do eat meat, right? And so I understand that it is there is service. That animal is, nourishing me. And so there is respect with it, right? And that's the same thing with understanding that, right? Okay, and not killing for fun and pleasure, which I also see so much in the Christian stuff. Like, yay, God gave us these animals and we domain over them. Once again, we're over them, we're above them. But what you don't understand is we're all connected, right? So mouse spirit, feeling so little, having this confidence, even the smallest actions can have a big impact. So never underestimate your abilities. And then we had Phoenix and transmutation. So I read all of those in the previous one. Okay, jumping into tarot now, finally at 1835. See, I had to rant and rave a little bit. Let's look under the deck. The Antique Anatomy Tarot. Ooh, 9 of coins. Look at that. This is beautiful. This is actually financial freedom. That's what I see this is. This could be... So for some of you, it can also represent a single person, but it also represents someone feeling like they do have enough financial backing to be able to, this is getting out of the rat race of 9 to 5 and living paycheck to paycheck. The 9 of coins. So understanding the importance of money, material stuff. I did see a lot of Capricorn, right? I'm not giving days, and Virgo. I saw 9-4 a lot, actually. Like 103, 102. 106, but we've got the 9 here, looking deeper. Okay, and then I split it in. We got King of Swords. Oh, no, not the King. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Oh, energy, but this is rude and cutting messages, potentially. Look, this could be even Wow, this could be even threats. But in reverse, this is when I see not thinking logically, not thinking clearly. This is even very cutting words. I mean, the knife right there. This could be threatening people. It's also not being, not knowing all the information. But when I see this as well, when people turn to violence, it is because they have lost the debate. Does that make sense? They've lost the logical debate. I also have to say, I mean, I listen to all these. What is this? The Candace Owens lady. It's the Ben guy. And to be honest, so there we go. We got one of all of the main leaders, I guess, of these different. And I'm just like, oh, what you don't realize is you just go in a freaking circle and you're actually all fighting each other. And so, and then you want to then flip and, anyone who doesn't join you is against you, and blah, 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 blah. So, I kind of don't want to be part of that at all. You know what I mean? I don't even want, I mean, if anything, I'm definitely more, so if I had to take sides, which that's what they want you to do, we look at history and all this stuff, and I'm definitely more compassionate towards the Jews and Israel and stuff like that that's going on there. But doesn't mean that I don't understand that there are innocent people that are just caught in the ricochet of all of this stupid holy war. It's stupid. Stupid. Fight for something worthwhile, like protecting children from pedos and putting murderers away. Yeah. So like the Pantera song is called fucking Hostile. We also got Godsmack and Bad Religion. They're very beautiful songs, actually. I know you don't understand. It sounds like it might not be, but it is standing up for your rights and everything. Even Sepultura and Cutthroat. And what you usually see is they turn around and they just slander each other. You know what I mean? It's actually in, so in Christianity, they will be doing it to all different Christians as well. So it's not like they're just going against like anything. And then I don't know about, Judaism so much if they attack each other the way the Christians do, or all the different factions. And then, clearly Muslim or Islam people are like not allowed to speak, and it's against the law there and stuff. So when you have a voice, when you've been given the freedom, if you come in trying to spread your religious hate doctrines, I don't think that this is a place that you belong, because you're creating more war and tension. So, anyways, blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, okay, let's just keep going. Here we go. So, Scorpios. Scorpio. Now, like I was also saying, rising sign, moon signs can also receive messages for my monthly. So also Scorpio suns, check your rising sign and moon signs through the monthlies for July. And, at this point, I don't have them all uploaded. So come back later on in the month when you do feel guided. And thank you all so much. I know my channel is little, it's growing, but it's also my way of voicing, getting my voice out there, and part of my creative stuff and moving through it, and finding peace as well. So even though I bring up these heavier topics, and then this is a way of like walking through the shadow, going through like walking. That's why you have like even like the Phoenix, the transmutation. I believe there's another channel, the Nordic Light. I believe that's her name. But I was kind of guided in to listen, and it was about really even going through a sense of hell, walking through it, to get, to this burning, I don't know, and voicing your opinion, putting up your boundaries and saying this is not okay, and standing up for other people. And so feeling like I do have this, I have a beautiful, beautiful life. I truly do. And I'm very, very grateful and very blessed. And so at the same time, I could just be ignorant and live my own little life and not ever say anything or do anything to help others. Because the other one is perfect circle and talk. And talk like Jesus. How sweet. Like prayers. Like cake in a crisis. So, I guess that's that rebel spirit that I want peace. I am a Libra, so there is a sense of always wanting things to be beautiful, a sense of peace and justice. But when there is injustice, so much unjust things happening in the world, it's challenging for me to just sit back in ignorant bliss. And that actually is what feels like I'm a selfish, uncaring of others. So when I do speak about these, please understand it isn't, I have so much compassion for all of these people. But I also know that there are many hidden evil, toxic. That's the way I see it. These religions are narcissistic and toxic. And it really sucks. And they're not healthy. And it's disgusting when they say how they've had this spiritual spirits and God is there. I see the bad in the world too. But sometimes, and I want justice. I want good police officers and peace officers and judges and good people in power and control that have true benevolence for the good of humankind. Nature for all kind, All right. And there's the badger right there, the honey badger. Oh, and looking a little deeper. So, like I said, the first one is very beautiful. If you did not watch that one, okay, let's just go. Here we go again, 2755. See, I feel like you guys probably won't even watch this. I see the Empress upright underneath the deck. So this is even a wife, mother, grandmother. This is the boss lady. This is a feminine who is take the power back, right? She is standing in her power with love, compassion, teaching and guiding and being very strong, leadership. That's beautiful. And a lot of these type of religious beliefs say just obey, don't ask questions, just submit and obey. And so when they see a fiery feminine woman who asks questions, who stands up against men and other people in their life or doctrines that are harming, they're always called, they're flipped, and they're the evil, they're Jezebels or whatever. But this is a mother who is she is very benevolent and understanding and understands about compassion for children and how to be a good leader. Right, that's what I see under there. That's beautiful. Okay. No way. And then we have King of Cups upright. Oh, Scorpios. But this could also be calming, being able to stay calm during it. 14 is spotlighted. Again, stability. So even though this is a King of Cups, it could definitely, the 14th being spotlighted, I could definitely see Earth energy with it, which is very beautiful. So Capricorn, I see maybe potentially even Aries or Cancer sign. and staying calm, compassionate, understanding, feeling, you know what, there is a sense that knowing that if this brings tears to your eyes, there is nothing weak about that. The emotions are, because the world can twist that around too and tell a man don't cry, a man don't blah, 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 blah. And that's actually toxic. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I think that was the most beautiful thing is, you know, hearing men leaving that, moving out of it and speaking against it, because they see that it is horrible towards the women and the children, and hatred for anyone who isn't part of their belief system. Wow. So this is a beautiful couple. And maybe it could be a mother or a wife with this Empress, right? But then the King of Cups. Wow. And so for masculines too, that could be you, vice versa. Be dealing with a masculine like that. Okay. All right. I'm giving it more shuffles and I'm just kind of splitting it and letting it see. Okay. So let's start, especially maybe it is a Cancer sign because we're in this Cancer energy, right? And you guys, like I said, take it how it resonates. Okay. All right, so what's going on? I'm going to can't even speak, flow this through for the entire month, okay? I'm going to tell the story, and then at the final of this, I will be going through each zodiac sign and giving a relationship message. So for whomever, right, is drawn into these messages. All right, okay, Scorpios, for this July, first of the week, first of the month, okay? I have 6 of coins in reverse and 4 of coins. Ooh, 6, 4. Is this, no, this is 7. Okay, this is good. Sorry. See, sometimes you have to double check your own self. Double check and then correct yourself, right? Just like I did. So this is actually so beautiful. I'm seeing, so we got a lot of money, a lot about the money and understanding the finances and money and earthly things. You know, they are materialistic, but they are important. I'm saying this is being very generous, receiving, even taking out for what you've invested in, and even being generous and giving to help, because sometimes that is what, you know, because sometimes that is what people need to help them get out, right? They feel stuck and trapped because they don't have the financial backing to move themselves out. Wow, okay, so this would be even having a generous heart, and everything you've worked for. I feel like I'm seeing you receiving financial gains and understanding the flow of money, the give and take. And, you know, even with that in the Bible and things, it says, you know, God loves a generous giver, but usually they're saying that for you to be given to them, to their ministry and crap. But sometimes, you know, like, we gotta beware because there is manipulation with that, right? To receive. But I'm seeing this as being good, being loving, being generous, being understanding, and giving to, oh, the moon. Oh, maybe it's in secret. Maybe some of these things have to be kept in secret, or it could be to a Cancer sign, or this is Piscean. Wow, the big full moon here is the card I pulled. This also shows into the unknown. The 18th. There is a little Gemini. Wow, okay. Oh my gosh, 7-6. So, hello Cancer signs and Scorpio here. There's a lot of this Cancerian energy coming through. Whether this be you. But I see this is also into the unknown. These are even some people keeping their emotions to themselves, keeping it a little secretive. I don't see this as wrong, though. Maybe someone not sharing their true emotions. Maybe they feel like they can't. Could be also Piscean. This is the mothering, nurturing energy. And we also had raccoon spirit. So the full moon in this month is going to be in Aquarian energy, which I think is really fascinating. And I'm not positive exactly which dates, because I just know that within the first couple weeks of the month is always a new moon, and then the end of the month there's the full moon, right? And when it's a full moon, it's in the opposite of where the sun is. When it's a new moon, these are the things I keep in my mind. I don't go study it all the time. And then the new moon is going to be representative of where the sun sign is for that season. Huh. Okay. Wow. So I'm going to leave that one there. Okay. And even determination. All right. This one's kind of sticking out. No way, the Two of Cups. A soulmate energy. See, this is beautiful. This is feeling like someone is a soulmate. There's love, compassion there. Caravan. Planet Caravan. Pantera. Also Ozzy Osbourne. Love Tonic, brewed in Belfast, 1877. We've also got 1883, Passion. Is this a passion flower? These are so interesting. I really and thoroughly enjoy this Antique Anatomy of Tarot. This is by Claire Goodchild. It's showing so much of like old school stuff. You guys know like Sweeney Todd, the demon, the demon barber. There's like the play. Yeah, something like, I know this is really, it's weird, but come on, Scorpios. And the different types of people. Oh my goodness. Elixirs. So determination even. So soulmate doesn't always have to just be romantic though either, right? A soulmate is someone that you feel like you have a connection with. They understand you. They make you feel heard and they make you feel safe. Wow. Okay. I like this. I like this. Underneath there though, I do see Six of Cups in reverse. I see it as they make you feel safe and understanding about the past lives or about childhood trauma, things that happened as a child, because Six of Cups in reverse to me is also this, it should be a beautiful nostalgia, but when you think back to your childhood or deep into the roots, there is trauma, there is hurt, there's betrayal, there's and it could have happened because that Six of Cups underneath there. This could be somebody from your childhood who and you could have a sense of remembering them, you know, like it feels like one of those type of connections of understanding. This pain. Whoa, yeah, wow. 610, 10-6, 106 or 610. Maybe it is a Gemini. I'm just gonna see the signs I see. I also see Aquarian energy and Cancerian, and Libra or Capricorn. I'm just gonna show you what I see underneath, and that's kind of the way I'm flowing this, because when we look deeper, we look underneath what's hidden. That's what's deep. Underneath is the fun, you know, the Six of Cups in reverse. Leadership, stag spirit. 1, 2, 3. Wow. So finding someone who understands, and I think that's the same thing. Like, for example, me leaving, being part of, in this life, a lot of Mormon and polygamist roots and things like that, to find others who have broken free of it. And so I think that's the same thing, regardless of whatever you've been through, you can find this commonality and find, soulmates or something that express a similar type of situation that they have to try and work through or heal from. So for example, when my mother passed, that was a challenging time for me, and so I found myself, and in the people that I was around couldn't truly understand me. They didn't know, so I found myself going to like maybe a motherless mothers group. And then as I, you know, was doing healing and processing that type of grief, people in my life did end up losing their mothers. And so I was able to help give them guidance. You know, everyone needs to do their own healing, but just to feel understood is part of it too. And to express the anger even, because the grief process, you're angry as someone, you want, you know, angry at God even, whatever, angry. And then you bargain. and then you feel like it's a bad dream, and all these different times. And that's the interesting thing, Scorpios, is that's what it kind of like, even it's so transformative. Your life is forever changed, and that starts a seeking and of what happens, and why you're here and different things. And then you continue on your path and your journey, and other things will happen and continue, and I see that there is this compassion, this leadership, even regarding this stag spirit. Stand tall as your true self and lead with confident integrity and compassion. I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see a little better. Wow. It's really expressing it and understanding it, that it's not okay either. But you can heal, because we have 10 of Swords underneath there. So it's just something from the past that's come forth, right? And so I'm also seeing a sense of like feeling like if you've made it through to a certain place, right? And everything you've worked for and all this work you've done, and to be able to help another person out of that, maybe even helping, it can have a sense of healing, even if you couldn't help your own child or yourself, not your own child, but your own little child, your own little self, right? Or, yeah, so 10 of Swords shows that ending of a betrayal, feeling completely betrayed and backstabbed by people in your life who should have loved you and cared for you. And I see that a lot with those so-called honor killings, or a family member or a parent or someone hurting and harming, abusing, others or their own child. So it's in reverse, showing it's being healed. The strength beyond strength, this ancient oak spirit. So it does also mean to be careful with this strength, though, because the oak will break and not bend with certain things. So we've got the 10 of Swords underneath there. Wow, we got Hermit card there. Wow. So I'm pulling in the Virgo energy again. But regardless, this is detaching from others. And even these types of things can make you feel like you need to isolate yourself from the world. Maybe even, to think for yourself and going. So I have to also say, there's times where you can get stuck in your head and in your thoughts, right? When you go into hermit mode and you've isolated yourself. And so for me, I've learned that there's certain music that can help me get out of my thoughts, but usually it's music that doesn't have a lot of words to it. I like Naroshi a lot, so Naroshi's been coming back around day in, day out. And the Crooked Mile, the Hermit card. We got 10-9, 109, 9-2, Virgo. I see 7-10. Okay, 10-2. 4-9. So maybe even a little Aries or 49. Okay, this is even getting what you were hoping for. Wow. So this huge change. I was even getting like Muse and your number's been called, butterflies and hurricanes, change everything you are. The Emperor's in reverse. So a father figure, a boss or a husband, could be very controlling and narcissistic. That's what I see with the boss in reverse. Okay, so let me look at this. I'm going to let this flow around. This is going to be for the whole month, right? So I'm saying this as this first week, like I said, really being, I feel like even thinking about your childhood and how far you've come, or on this healing thing, or something even triggering it and bringing things back up. We have the 10 of Cups as well. So the 10 of Elixirs is finally, so taking this away and feeling very loved and supported even. Scorpio. 9-10. So I am pulling on quite a bit of Virgo for you too. And then the moon. The moon card. 15, 16, 17, 18. 10, 18, 1, 8. And we've got 10, 12. So I do have also some Libra energy that could be part of this family or something. Feeling very supported and loved. I also see this as a lot of compassion, right? That you told you probably couldn't have or wouldn't ever have at some point. But this is even finding a soul family, soul tribe, 10, 12. Okay, so this earth stability. I see 214. Oh, okay. And then 1-4 is coming through again. And then we've got the Emperor in reverse. 414. For some of you, it could be an Aries person. It doesn't have to be, because we also have stability and getting grounded. I'm also seeing the 2-4. He's in reverse, which shows he's not, he's lost control, not being a loving, compassionate leader. I do see someone looking in. This is a stalk area, spire. Maybe you're even looking in and seeing this person. Someone stalking, spying on this Emperor person. Scorpio. You know who else is a Scorpio? Never. The president. Oh, okay. We have children here. Okay, yeah, there is definitely earth sign children. Taurus, Capricorn. I almost said Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, but earth sign children. This is things slowing down. I feel like this person, and it might have been even a child. You know what I mean? Okay. And then I do have 10 of coins here. So there's plenty of, this is even about legacy, the finances. 9, 10 again. Wow. 9, 10 again. Virgo. It's also 9, 2. It could be 2, 10. So there's Aquarius, Virgo energy. So much coming through with this. Okay. Let's see. Make sure you can see what do we got on time. 46:58. I'll move the camera back. So I'm seeing this as maybe the shift. So as I go through, I'm going to do week 1. Maybe this is more the middle, right? Finally feeling loved and compassion and understood that somebody was dominating, controlling, abusive, narcissistic. That is a masculine energy being that way. Okay. 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So this is actually beautiful. Getting clarity regarding this. Finally getting this clarity. Maybe even a child comes in and actually shares this, like tells you the information, tells you something that they've done or that was done to them. Maybe someone was really hurt a lot by a masculine person in their life or a boss. As to see the 7, so 10-7, 12-7, 10-7 again. Okay, Libra energy. 1, 2, 3. So 7 of Cups in reverse is getting clarity. No longer looking at your options of what to do. No longer feeling this confusion. And really getting grounded into stability. Finally feeling healed. I see this as clarity comes in healing. Because that confusion and that gaslighting and all that weird stuff, creating someone in this confusion. So removing yourself from others, doing the healing, because with this in reverse, it shows this is actually good. It's over. It's not, it's not going to happen again. It's like, that's the final straw in the camel's back that broke it, and it's done. There has been a lot of compassion, and it's finding out all of this betrayal. But as we flow through, I even see 414, finally being able to do the healing, no longer needing to rest. Because this is also the 4 swords in reverse. 414 coming through a lot. So there is that Aries. And then 7-4. Okay. No way. I'm feeling very victorious. Feeling successful. Like feeling like you've overcome. You've won a battle. You've won. 46. 39. 12-6. And I see this as good, like overcoming this. I do see the children even being stopped in a way, like feeling like not to follow in their footsteps of certain things that they've been preaching or teaching or something. Just because it happened to you doesn't mean you're going to be that way either. Wow. New passion, new action, something new to be passionate about, and not needing to leave or travel around everywhere. I see the Chariot is stopped. High Priestess in reverse. Oh, someone feels very stuck now. I'm saying like they feel like they can't move on something. Actually, I'm going to give it a good shuffle because I want to ask some questions about the stalker energy. Okay. Someone looking in on someone. All right. It's like protecting what is this Page of Blades about? Someone you used to work with or collaborate, someone, so they're looking in because they cannot work with you. They cannot, like, there's a blockage. Maybe it's someone you used to collaborate or work with. These ones, and maybe it was with even past life stuff or in your childhood. I feel like, and knowing that you cannot work with this person anymore. Wow, the judgment come down on that. They could have had a huge judgment call. Judgment came down, 10-10, ending. Whoa, because it keeps you stuck in anxiety and fear. Yeah, and always waiting. So, wow. So we have judgment there, right? Nine of Swords, Nine of Blades, anxiety, fear, and then waiting, always waiting there, leaving you hanging, like literally always waiting for this something to come in. Late at night, staying up, full of anxiety and fear. So judgment sometimes means someone wants a second chance at something, like they're having a wake-up call, like we're being revived from the dead here, this or something too. Okay. I also see this final judgment is, about this stuff from the past. Maybe someone wants a second chance though. Because right now they feel really stuck. They feel they're scared. There's fear, sleepless nights, insomnia, anxiety, even waiting for something, waiting for a message, waiting for news. Maybe that's why they're even stalking, looking in on something. Okay. Wow, we have Temperance and the Queen of Elixirs underneath as I move forward. So finally getting balanced, like emotionally balanced, spiritually balanced, not overindulging in type of escapism, alcohol, drugs, whatever. Balancing the mind, balancing the brain. Temperance. So there's the Sagittarian energy, right? This is also balancing spirituality and worldly affairs, balancing work and life, balancing me time and we time. Just really feeling like you're getting your life in balance by removing certain things. Like, so you've been through stuff and showing you're going to feel victorious. And I think they're even going to see that someone is correct in the way someone's been treating or harming someone. Okay, I'm going to flow it through. Underneath there, we do have, we got a Queen of Coins and reverse hidden beneath this person. So there is a sense of greed, lack mentality, gold digger energy with this underneath there. Okay, that's why you can't work with this person, because they only are really caring about money and not other people, or not that, like, they have a me all the way home attitude. Wow, and they actually don't have a home. They're homeless. I know seems weird, but they don't own a home, so they feel there's a victim mentality and greed. Okay, waiting for, okay, I'm gonna look. See, I'm saying this is why you cannot work with this person. Oh, I just noticed the weirdest thing is the blades here, this Page of Swords. That I thought was looking in on this emperor or something, or spying, you or them, right? But they're spying on someone that they used to be able to work with and collaborate with. It's like someone's having a wake-up call that this person's focus was money and themselves, and even playing a victim to receive. Wow. And I see someone, oh wow, we have the King of Rods in reverse and the Knight of Rods. So this person, so I'm pulling a fire sign energy that is a player. And it could even be this feminine being a player, running around, very immature. And someone getting clarity about this King of Rods. Ooh, in reverse. So it could be, I mean, I didn't pull much Leo, right? But it could be if that's what you're dealing with. But Sag looked like they were in their right mind here. So it might be an Aries energy, masculine. Okay, could be. Like they bounce from house to house. They got to go sleep on people's couches constantly. Like they're, I don't know. Like they're, yeah, that's, death is there. So a complete ending. Oh my gosh. So Scorpio feminines. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Huge transformation. Huge transformation. They could have even, with the death card, I mean, it is your guys' card. So yeah, I'm sure if you watch these things, you're not afraid, which is good. Don't fear the reaper, eh? Okay, but this huge transformation, and for some of you, I have to say, oh my goodness. So they could have harmed a child. Okay. And we see these things in the news. And so it's really upsetting to see things like that. It's so upsetting. So I have the Queen of Cups underneath there, right? Upright, very beautiful, very loving, very compassionate. Once again, there could be Capricorn, Aries, Gemini maybe, and even Cancerian with this. But I pulled it by this transformation. Being at this stage, right, of having legacy, a property, extra finances, having these things too. I feel like some of you, it could be about death benefits even, because that's where you rule that as well, right? Even legalities of it, other people's money, the contracts and stuff like that. I'm just seeing this being upright and totally understanding, compassionate. This is good. And getting clarity. I also see clarity might show that someone doesn't have the strength. Their child, oh, they're young. They feel a little, okay, you have a little Leo. A little Leo. So someone wanting to practice healing or even mimicking certain things that they see. From a father. Oh, the rods. Oh, man. A heavy burden. I'm just seeing these look like they're whipping, like those are things. Okay. The Page of Rods is also being a novice at something and just learning it. But really feeling really weak a little bit. And then we have this, someone wanting this victory and feeling victorious. I have Justice in reverse with this. So this is maybe you're dealing with Libra energy or legal stuff. 6996. Oh, let's see. 64. Justice in reverse showing feeling like things are not fair regarding these things. Legalities. Maybe it has to do with parental rights even. Stuff like that. Because I'm seeing someone feeling also like they really need to put up. They don't even have I'm seeing this person that is maybe not have a home or they've lost their home or something like this. And they just run around. This fire sign over here is supposed to be a king. He's an older person. And I do keep the genders when I'm doing these. King is male. Queen is a female. Because it helps give clarification. Okay? So if you're not dealing with those signs, then you let that be. Kind of running around. This has to do with even home security or feeling like you are on high defense. Ooh, yeah, they feel there. This is someone who is heartbroken. This could have been a third party. Oh, and they lost their passion. I feel like they're having issues with their sex organs. Yeah. They can't be getting, that makes them angry. Mm. Mm. Okay. Now, getting out of some boredom. Feeling regret, or getting out of feeling a sense of regret or apathy, even about things that were spoken, and moving on, moving forward. Intuitively, now we're moving forward. We're trusting our intuition and seeing that this is not love and this person lacks self-love. Okay, I do see the King of Coins upright. Okay, this is good. So I am seeing this masculine energy being very understanding, generous, and giving, understanding the flow of real life, money, material stuff that is important to live in this day and age. A Virgo, guys. Oh my gosh. It's so weird because I've got the Hangman in reverse and the King of Coins. So I got to call it as a Virgo, okay? I'm seeing I'm no longer feeling stuck. And being able to move forward. This is fantastic as I flow through this. So this transformation, this ending, helps you get through any regrets, right? Like, oh, this could even feel like a sense of feeling regret that you didn't do something in certain situations, or you didn't know, or you didn't stand up for, overcoming feeling regretful over certain things, forgiving self, right? And no longer feeling stuck in your head over certain things, finally feeling understanding, compassion, empathy, feeling beautiful too in your own skin. That's a very powerful feeling. Yeah. Because a lot of others will maybe cut you down or certain things like this. I see also like maybe being younger, right? And getting clarity that someone is feeling weak. And maybe even traveling towards them, being near them, closer to them. Yeah, High Priestess, just, oh my gosh, this is being in tune. Oh my gosh, with a child, like sensing them, their fear, or their novice, or that they're healing, that they're awake. They're awake. Not sharing all this information, but there's this intuitive connection with this child. Okay, right, and see, so something over here, feeling victorious, even though something in the legal system, someone feels like it's injustice, right? This is no love. This is not love. Wow. Okay, guys. What I'm getting with this as well, we're 1:02 on the clock. So I'm going to need to move on quickly because it's getting a little long. But what I'm getting, this is really beautiful in a sense that, okay, when we look back at history and different things regarding marriage and relationships, so many times in history, marriage was, so even in like, Hinduist stuff, Buddhist, and I'm not sure about the Buddhist so much, but arranged marriages. And it happens in all walks of stuff. And so I can't just separate it to one section, but marriage was often about, this is why, about social status, the ancestry, the name, the money, the wealth. It wasn't about true love. And it wasn't about, for so long, it was like people were not allowed to just actually love who they wanted to love. And families trying to dominate and control, whether it be a difference in ethnicity or religion or sexual preferences, but it would be like the name being for your family. It was always about some social status and getting property and earning these things. All right, I'm gonna go back for a minute to the Bible stories I was kind of talking about with Abraham and Sarah and the Egyptian slave who then gave birth to, I'm trying to remember, and I don't remember all of it. I understand the story of it, but so Sarah, tells her husband, yeah, go sleep with the maid, and I wonder if that was even, did he just go rape her? You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Do you think she seemed to have any choice? No. But then she gets married or gets pregnant, has the baby, and everything is lovely. And then magically, 190-year-old Sarah gets pregnant. This is not realistic. And she's immediately angry and jealous and hates the other child because she and realizing that child is now going to somehow get the ancestry or the inheritance. And then so they throw him away. Get out of here. And from my recollection, or from what my understanding, is that this is where we get the division with the Muslim belief system and the Quran and things like this. Okay, the other son of Abraham. Okay. All right, and that's just in the beginning there. Okay, that's just in the beginning. I'm not even touching on the whole thing with Sodom and Gomorrah and Lot and his. And I'm like, oh my gosh, in what day and age have you ever heard? I have to touch on this part. Scorpios, I feel like you guys are the only ones I can talk to these things, talk to you about these things. So the book with Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah and all of these things, apparently this is the most, they were having orgies and it was just disgusting and homosexual stuff and the brimstone of fire and hell came down upon this place. And then Lot's wife turned around and looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. So God turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt and then let his daughters get him drunk and rape him. Oh my gosh, I've never, a daughter, no, you got these things reversed, because when we look at society and we look at the day and age, it's always a reverse thing. And so I bring up the Mormon stuff and the bishops, and I think I go against these the most because they try and cover themselves up with godliness. They will even protect. So, and I brought this up before, I share lots of different things, and when Facebook removes my links, I'm going to wonder why. And I had 2 separate ones that were completely removed immediately, meaning nobody did anything. They've already paid to have this removed, was saying how the Mormon church's lawyers protect predators. So, yeah. Anyways, and in that instant, it's the father harming the daughters and the grandchildren and this like that, So I don't know. I've never seen anywhere in history, in real life history, where it was reverse scenario, where the daughters feeling like, oh my gosh, we need to protect our father's seed. Yeah, this in the Bible, and then they're like, oh, we need to tell the children about Jesus. Well, let's just tell them about the fluffy stuff. Let's not tell them what it really says in there about these things. And so God was more mad at Lot's wife for disobeying and turning back and looking at Sodom or in Gomorrah or whatever, being destroyed. But didn't God already know the heart and intent of Lot's children? Right? I don't know. Horrible. This is bullshit. And so I understand. And when people call this as God's word in their holy book and and all it talks about slavery, incest, murder, I almost said plagiarism, plagues, polygamy, young children, and treating women that way, and Now, don't get me wrong, the character of Jesus is beautiful, and everything I have ever researched about him shows him as a strong rebel, standing up against this type of belief system and control, and in the end, I mean, I found no stories of him doing anything remotely disgusting like King David and Abraham even. I'm like, oh. So first of all, let's turn it around and say how these other people, these pagans, were slaughtering their children to Beelzebub, Baal, but then let's forget that, God apparently wanted Abraham to prove his faith by giving over his one son. Oh, well, it shows that God was giving up his own son. I'm sorry, but that's gross, God. I would never sacrifice my child. Yeah, I would think for myself and say, fuck you. I would die for my child. I wouldn't make my child die for me. Yeah, and this is where I get angry. That not love. That not God. That not love. There's a hole in that heart, and that's where the anger comes forth. And 9 Inch Nails and Taurus and Trent Reznor, head like a hole, black as your soul. So yeah, see, now I'm getting all passionate. I'm like, I'm gonna just do my best to talk about this. But that's how I see it. It's like so conflicting and twisted and hypocritical. Yeah. Anyways, not love. Okay. So as I move forward with this understanding, King of Coins energy, Hangman no longer feeling stuck and trapped, right? And then we've got the Six of Swords. So being able to move out of any of those thoughts in your head about, because there becomes a fear that if you do these things, then you're going to hell, or you're going to this, or you're, it puts fear and bullying and domination. Wow. So I do appreciate seeing this. Even someone realizing they need to protect someone. So this is someone is heartbroken but there is healing over this type of energy of someone being very non-committal. They're no longer stuck. There's no passion, right? But being able to move forward, yes, okay, and no longer willing to fight or compete. See, I see this as also like removing yourself from, because they might continue to want to battle, to want to fight. And that's what I see with that. Like, I don't want to be surrounded. And when I bring up that monotheistic belief thing and seeing that if you jump into this, you feel like you are immediately in a fucking war zone. Even when I was first bringing in, I brought the Bible in, the scriptures I brought in, the Pearl of Great Price in different readings, and I would open the book because I like doing that. That's how I do some of my readings. And bibliomancy, that's how it was, getting a holy book. And immediately I opened it, and I was like, whoa, I'm in a war zone. There's not God here. This is war. I thought God was peace and love. Huh. All right. See, I see also no longer wanting to like even fight for this, right? Moving on, no longer willing to engage or compete with this person. That's the ending. That's the transformation too. Maybe even like feeling like and I see them not having, even not having extra money, even not being financially stable on their own. And for so many times when we look at the world, and things are evolving and changing for sure, but it's rare, or it's very early in our history that women were even able to go to school, that women were even able to learn, that they could even go out and make a living financially on their own that could support. And so then what did they have to do? To start turning, that's why, you know what I mean, into the sex stuff, just to find enough money to take care of themselves, and that's the stuff that society created. Now everyone does have a choice. We all have skills, and I don't think that there's anything right with that either. I'm very much you have a choice. You can bake some bread instead. Make some fucking cookies. You don't need to be selling your cookies. Okay, let's move on. I see this moving on. No longer feeling stuck even. And it's, even if you don't have enough finances, 5-9 Tauruses. We got the Magician now, upright, finally creating something real, moving forward to it. You're traveling towards something. Maybe there is travel. Maybe this is something you're wishing. This is the card of creating your life, creating what you want. Maybe it is a family. Maybe it is. Maybe you need a new car even. You know, we all need certain things in this world that are materialistic. Magician. And then we have High Priestess, trusting intuition, moving towards. That's the faith, right? That if you do this and you do the work, you will create some life. Because this is becoming life. Ooh, see, and I feel like someone was stuck. They felt trapped because of, once again, these harmful words. Whether this King of Swords person is an actual air sign person, doesn't matter. Someone intuitively knows someone feels stuck and trapped. And it could be children feel trapped. They have no way, right? They don't have a vehicle. They are completely codependent on their family and their parents. Okay, we have King of Swords in reverse, which also shows this is no love. Lack of self-love. It's not love. This is wrong. Oh, some of you, it could be a Libra because we have Justice there in reverse. It could be a lawyer or someone in the justice system that doesn't have all the facts, that is slandering, that is gossiping, this is a corrupt politician potentially. That's what I see because we have Justice in reverse here. They're lying about certain things. They say, oh, they're crazy. Lying. This is deception, lies. Okay. Wow, we have the Sun upright. So I see even a child shining light on this, bringing happiness and joy. We have this King of Coins upright too, shining light on these things, bringing joy and happiness. So this is even the Leo. I feel like during Leo season, a lot of things will be coming forth regarding this. You'll get clarity on this. This is also happiness, also being, this King of Coins is about understanding and giving. And maybe he gets freed. Maybe there is something that was unjust about something, something was that heartbreak. Even there's a little Chiron, wounded warrior, feeling protected, like you need to protect yourself from others. This is feeling like the people around you are going to harm you. And I would totally see that in that type of Islamic stuff. I can't even imagine. You know what? I would probably have been killed early on as a child in that because I can't keep my big mouth shut. Submit. All right. See, and I see unapologetic, even towards the children or as a child. This person, wow, and feeling very lost and unhopeful. Oh, wow. So some of you I do see, whoa, there's the devil there, feeling controlled, like they can't move. So I'm also seeing, even for some of you, it could be dealing with your own children, because there could be manipulation. This is being unapologetic and very immature. Wow. And trying to move on. I feel like it could also be an Aquarius person doing this because we see that they're telling you no one will love you. You can't be healed. There's something wrong with you. This is someone being very unhopeful for the future. And this is the doomsday prophet bullshit right here. And then now I have a King of Cups in reverse who is emotionally manipulating because I'm pulling the devil with it. And that's what I'm going to say here. Trying to control with fear. Trying to control with addiction, toxic stuff, drugs, alcohol, fear. Oof. Wow. Thinking they can control you with money. They own you like your property. Oof. I don't like that. All right, we got the Magician upright, right? And as I flow this through the rest of the way, the Fool is in reverse. So someone's not a fool. They're not willing to jump into the unknown without logically thinking things through first. They've grown. They've matured. I'm not fool anymore, right? We will move forward. We will create stuff. We understand that this magician energy, upright, is showing like, knowing exactly what you need. It's not like believing. If you just pretend like you have it in your hands, it will magically appear, and you just sit there and meditate and Buddha it out until it's there. There's a process. Action must be taken towards your goals. This is like, not thinking that all of my prayers will be answered. Cake. All right. I see this is getting clear. Clarity. Ooh, once again, you even have Queen of Swords in reverse. No. King and Queen in reverse. Ooh, being dishonest, lying. Ooh, they don't have all the information. They don't have the facts of the matter. And so I see it with this, because they are told not everything else. Do not look into everything else. Do not investigate. Do not research. Because we don't want you to know the truth. And these people don't know the truth, or they're lying about it. They're shaming. They're doing this sway or bitch. Oh, I said sweet bitch. Bitch. Oh my gosh, I can't. It wants to say bitch. That's all. Switch bait. Okay. Like, look over here. Nuh-uh. This person did this. This is slander and gossip and lies. Yeah, and this person doesn't have the truth about something. They don't have the clarity. All right, and I also see moving forward communication coming through. For some of you too, it is an Empress. Because I see there's a couple there, right? This information that's coming through could be very cutting. And it could be coming from a mother, right? An Empress who's very, feels like they can't be healed. They're unapologetic. Like, this person isn't willing to actually be a loving, compassionate mother who knows how to take care. They're very focused on themselves. And they could be an earth sign with this. I see Aquarian energy or earth. Ooh, very unapologetic or emotional manipulation. Okay. All right. As I look through this, we have the Queen of Fire coming up. She's upright, confident, beautiful. And she also sees that this isn't the right timing. She also sees this as a karmic wheel, a karmic cycle. And this person is upside down in their thinking. They're in a topsy-turvy world. They're even in a loss. Right. They were taking action in one direction, and you have a different option now. And wanting to go towards getting out of feeling a sense of depression or sadness. And there was one meme that always sticks to my mind, and it is, before you diagnose yourself with depression or even mental illness stuff, or, make sure you're not surrounded by assholes, right? 5, 6, 7. Oh, yeah. And then I feel like there's been lies and deception. And the truth is coming forth about juggling, and no longer defending this person, no longer blocking. Oh, no longer blocking a lover, unblocking someone. Even though someone isn't getting what they were exactly hoping for, things will not, it's like seeing like they're not going to get a fair, balanced give and take in this relationship. There's favoritism. Yeah, and someone feels pushed away or a loss of money. So it's showing there is this favoritism, and it has to do with work. It's like looking at someone else. Oh, they make so much more money or something like that. Or treating someone differently, like they don't have this child, they've been doing all this work on their own, and they're not even receiving paychecks. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm almost seeing like slave labor type of thing. This goes on. Yeah. Okay, I have the Hierophant here now. Someone wants commitment. They're going to communicate to you about commitment, about what you believe in. Maybe they don't want things to end. I feel like they might even propose, or about what your beliefs are. And wow, wake up. They want emotionally detached, away from a third party energy, or even about a party or a celebration. Okay, that is what I got. Wow, Scorpios. This was long, 124.55. Wow. Okay. So this month I've been trying to split my videos just into 2 parts, because the last few months they've been splitting into 3. So I am going to finish this off. Thank you guys all so much. And now we're going to the relationship messages, and I'm going to flow it through. Okay, for all zodiac signs from Aries all the way to Pisces. Now, like I was saying, rising sign and moon sign Scorpios can also watch. So if, for example, you're a Virgo, okay, with Scorpio in your chart, and I'm saying, you know, Scorpio with Virgo, that would be Virgo relationship. If you're going by sun signs, I'm just going to go by sun signs when I ask for relationship messages. All right, Scorpios, for this month of July, let's look under the deck. It is worth it. That's your first message. So whatever it is worth it. These little pokes, there is like love there. So, ooh, I'm even seeing like, this looks like feeling like a pin cushion, you know, like almost like a little voodoo doll type crap going on. But we got the needle in the thread, the bobby pin, the safety pin, and the thumbtacks. It is worth it. All these little pokes and things. Okay, and then the others, lies and partial truths. Interesting enough, I got both the kitty cats here. Kitty. Now, sometimes the kitty cat can be two-faced, and with this one, I see that as lies and partial truths. And then we've got this one. It is worth it. So there is so much. There's love. Kitties can be very compassionate, right? And loving, maybe. But they're also very independent. And they can. So my cat, for example, I've learned his tactics. Right? And he's rolling around. He's like, oh, pet me. Look at my belly. It's so soft. I'm like, yeah, I already know how that goes. I put my hand on your belly, you grab it, you start scratching me and biting my, yeah. I mean, but it's all in love, you know. It's all in love. Anyways, okay, I'm going to give these a good shuffle, Scorpios, and we're going to start with Aries. All right, so the Scorpios for the month of July, those who are tuned in here, so and dealing with Aries signs, relationship messages for Scorpios dealing with Aries. All right, Aries. Okay, first one over here. Unlocked potentials. Okay. It did fall by this King of Cups in reverse. So it could be maybe they're in heavy emotions, or they're blocked emotionally. Sometimes with this, I get emotional manipulation or drinking. But it says unlocked potentials. So there's something there that hasn't been, unlocked with this situation with the Aries, okay? All right, Scorpios, dealing with the Tauruses, Scorpios and Tauruses. This one, you still miss me. Oh, imagine that. You're opposite. Maybe at one time they even, gave you money to help you out, or there's generosity, right? Or vice versa. You still miss me. Maybe that's the whole thing. It's a really weird thing, because the way they show love doesn't come off as like, they don't come off all lovey-dovey and all, but in a sense, it's their love language, and showing you like, I care for you because I'm giving to you, in a financial manner. Maybe that's what they think love is. Even that's how their language is. But it is about helping, right? Okay, Scorpios. All right, Scorpios and Geminis. Scorpios dealing with Geminis. Whoa, okay. Sacrifices must be made. Ooh, maybe something about the moon. Maybe there are some secrets. Maybe it's Gemini moons. I mean, I don't know. At that full moon energy. Pisces, Cancers. Or specifically for Scorpio moons and Geminis, sacrifices must be made. Okay. All right, that's one we got. So next is the Cancer sign. All right, Scorpios and Cancer signs. I feel like you're getting these too. It's all an act. Oh boy. And there's miscommunication. So they're faking. Ooh, maybe they're talking about soulmate stuff. You're my soulmate. Even though it's someone from your past or childhood and there's bad memories of this person. Could be. I see there's miscommunication. So the way I'm saying this as well, with this Cancerian energy, how interesting. Let me look at this. I also see the 2-6, the 26th. I feel like with this as well, it could also have to do with people remembering things differently, right? With this miscommunication, there's the I almost said the tramp. Maybe that's the trampoline, but I said there's the camper. Interesting. It's all an act. So people dealing with, so Scorpio dealing with Cancer sign, you got, and it could be two different ones, but I'm still seeing regardless. One is faking it. Oh my. So this is, be careful here, because I do put it by the soulmate energy, and I feel like they're being very manipulative. So there's a song by Henry Rollins called Liar. And to me, it describes the whole thing of a weird and narcissistic weird thing of, because I'm a liar. I'm going to tell, why do you think things are going so well? Because they're telling you what you want to hear. They're pretending. They're very manipulative. Ooh. And I have to think of Lori Daybell, because she came off very loving and compassionate, and then turned around and, had an affair, multiple ones. How she's been found guilty, killing her own children, partaking in the murder, and feasting upon this good, lovely woman who believes in Joseph Smith and Angel Moroni, and they were able to go into these holier than thou sacred Mormon temples. So if there was true discernment and God energy there, why were these actually evil demonic people? You know what I mean? It just shows me that there's no discernment there, and it is about money with that. But regardless, I'm just saying, it also brings to mind my ex-stepfather, because the person is like poor or broke even. And I mean, maybe about going camping or a camping trailer. It's all an act. And then this miscommunication about things from the past even. Maybe there's lies and rumors about certain things that happened, or just remembering things differently, even regarding past life regression or childhood PTSD. Miscommunication. Wow. Okay. So you got two different Cancer signs that came through with that. I also see you didn't mean it underneath there. So maybe there was communication with one of these Cancer signs, and it wasn't real. Like you just, in the heat of the moment said something rude, or they took it wrong. A miscommunication. Okay. All right. The next one. And I also see I am their light. Wow. And I see all the candles, and you didn't mean it. All right. So let's move forward to the Leo energy. All right, Scorpios. With Leos, I'm going to give it another good shuffle. I'm seeing that judgment right there. I'm flowing it through. Scorpio's dealing with the Leos. There's more than one. I see it's never over. I feel like I'm getting another one too. And never again. Oh my gosh. Back and forth, back and forth. I feel like that's the whole thing. I was saying, like, feeling like it's done. Never again am I going to do this. And then before, they're like, it's never over. It's like this never ending cycle. We have the pendulum swinging back and forth, like two different ones. Oh my gosh. And this did fall over, but you still miss me. So maybe there's Taurus with this, or Virgo. I'm going to set that where it fell. It's never over. So giving more clarification. So if you still miss this person, right? And they're trying to get clarity, right? Detaching from others, right? It's never over. And then we've got never again. Judgment call. Never again. See, and sometimes I see that as someone having this awakening and being like, I'm done. I've already done this, because they've promised they would never do it again. And then thinking it's never over because they are able to just keep luring you back in and hoover you back in with emotional manipulation. These two are sitting on top, so I feel like there's other Leo people in your life. It says, I was disillusioned, right? So I feel like even there was anxiety and fear, sleepless nights, waiting for something. I also see, I'm pulling Virgo with the Leo, which is really interesting. The next one also says lessons are being taught. Oh, it's like somebody's even waiting for someone to learn this damn lesson. All right, I'm going to put those ones back in. Actually, no, I'm going to leave them there. Okay, we're going to move on to the Virgo energy. All right, Scorpio's dealing with the Virgos. I see changes will be made and allow for time and space. Okay, so someone could have felt very betrayed, backstabbed, you or them, right? You could have these on your chart, right? As well. And giving them time and space to... the hermit mode, the hermit is about like getting away from other people, not wanting to hang out, wanting just to be alone. And so that makes a lot of sense right there. And trying to get balanced in alignment, because there's this push and pull of the world. Some say this way, some say that, and needing to just get grounded in yourself, or they do. Yeah, okay. That's what's underneath the deck, but I will see what one comes out. So, all right, Scorpio's dealing with the Virgo energy. Scorpio's with the Virgo. Yeah, there's a lot of Virgos. There are regrets. I need to reach out. You feel like that. Maybe there is betrayal or an ending, right? Need to reach out. There are regrets. Maybe someone was emotionally manipulated. Maybe there was actually physical fighting at one point, or competing, yelling. Yeah, because it fell over here. Wanting things to end or change. Maybe they even said things like, I wish you would die, or things like that. Regrets. Then we've got the no way. So like I'm moving it forward. So you have some Virgos that are a part of your support system, your love, the 10 of Cups. I am their light, or you are for them. Now where we have this Emperor in reverse, there are other priorities. There are more important things, other priorities. So some of you, it could be a masculine energy, or a boss, a husband, father. And there's other things that are more important. Or maybe they actually treat you that way, that there are other things that are more important to them than you. Dang. All right. Scorpio's underneath there. I see commitment. Like someone wants some commitment. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to the Libra energy. Okay, Scorpio's dealing with Libras. Ooh, it might be Libras spying, looking in on you, maybe, because as I flow through with the tarot, that's how I'm kind of reading it. All right, so Scorpio's dealing with the Libras. Influences and distractions, right? So there's other people involved influencing and distracting. Regarding this Libra energy. Okay, now we're going to go on to the next. Scorpio's dealing with other Scorpios. All right, Scorpios with Scorpios. I feel like there's, 3 more. I see Queen of Swords in reverse. Unresolved issues. Ooh, so they could have been very rude, cutting. Unresolved issues fell right there. And I also see, so Justice was in reverse there. King and Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay? And Justice in reverse, and Ace of Cups in reverse. The Elixirs in reverse. There's like no love, the way they're communicating. There's lack of self-love. There's injustice. Okay. And then, it says, you don't love me. They feel like they cannot work with you or collaborate, or you feel that way. They feel like there is no love. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I just said. That's even... Okay. And then time is running out. It's inevitable, even. The hourglass. Oh, not being able to work with this person. So there's multiple Libra energies. That's what I got. Okay, Scorpio. So take it how it resonates. Maybe you know more than one. Others are influencing them, right? They feel like you don't love them, or you can see you feel like they don't love you, and they have some unresolved issues. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to move on. Was that Scorpio, or Scorpio Libra? Something like that. Okay. Underneath there, I see closure. Wanting closure on this? Okay, I'm going to move on to the Sagittarian energy now. All right, Scorpio is dealing with the Sagittarians because we have Temperance right there. So how perfect is that? All right. All right, Sagittarian energy and Scorpios. Oh, someone is unhappy. Someone feels like someone is maybe toxic, or the devil energy right there. Someone's trying to keep life balanced, but someone in that is unhappy. You also have this Queen of Coins in reverse too. So they might feel like someone is greedy, or they feel a lack of financial stuff. Okay, I feel like this one too. You didn't mean it. Once again, that coming through, and the feelings are mutual. Okay. You don't think of me. All right, Sagittarius. All right, let's move on to the Capricorn energy. Scorpio's dealing with the Capricorns. All right, Scorpios and the Capricorns. I see underlying motives, and there's some unresolved issues. Ooh, oh my goodness, guys. Because the Queen of Coins in reverse is right there. There's like a love potion. Huh. Okay, I want to see what these ones are. It is worth it, though. There's commitment there. And you didn't mean it. Maybe something like that. All right, I'm going to move on. Oh, Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio is dealing with the Aquarian energy. Scorpio is dealing with Aquarius energy. It did fall over here, which is beautiful, by this Queen of Cups. All right, so I feel like feminine Scorpios. There could be a little Capricorn energy there too, right? Aquarian. And also not having a financial stuff. Someone better. Oh. Scorpio is dealing with Aquarian. There's someone better. Yeah, I feel like maybe this person isn't single or financially stable on their own. Oh, what else do I got there? But there was the 10 of Pentacles there. I feel like someone is very controlling. They might be very controlling. There could be a toxic obsession. There could be addiction. I feel like it has something to do even with legacy or property or a business. Money, like they hang money over your head there. Huh. Okay, wow, okay. Now the final one is that Pisces energy. Oh, underneath the deck I see a karmic. This one is a karmic energy. Someone from your past, that there's a karmic tie to learn lessons. And I feel like that's even it. Someone not having the strength. It might be interlinked with Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces in particular. I see there will be a return though. So they're coming back around to clear some karmic shit. Or for you to finally recognize it for what it is, potentially. All right, I am going to shuffle it and see which one comes out. All right, Scorpios. Then with the Pisces. Scorpios and Pisces. You love me. Okay, I fell on the truth in reverse. Whew, someone hasn't spoken the truth. This is even Palo Santos and saging, cleansing. You love me. I see there's happiness there. There's shining the light. You have the sun energy. You have the King of Pentacles there. Okay, let's see. Final messages for the Scorpios for relationships. Whoever comes to mind, right? I'm just going to pull a few different ones to finish off this message. Thank you all so much. Like I was saying, check out my channel for your rising sign, moon signs, or vice versa. And some of the pick a cards, pick a whatever. I like to do lots of fun things. Pick a feather, pick a prize, pick a color, I'm all. I haven't done pick a color. Maybe I will do that. Pick a crystal, pick a toy, some I pick a card messages. Those ones are fun. I enjoy doing that and reading them, and I think it is more about how you're intuitively drawn, and I feel like the different messages can represent different relationships for people in your life, right? Okay, let's give some final messages to the Scorpios for whomever is that they're really, really wondering about how they feel. A couple of them. Someone's ignoring the pain and it still hurts. You don't love me. Oh, it could even be a child feeling like they don't love you or that they're unloved. It still hurts. Forgetting some things from your childhood or from about a child, and ignoring the pain. That's what it says. Wow. Okay. Final message: changes will be made. And that was pretty clear about the beginning of your messages. These changes that were coming through, transformation, of course, transmutation, and feeling more confident and taking lead and being a benevolent leader. That was your main message for this month. Okay, Scorpios, thank you all so much. Bye-bye.